Hello, I'm Sarah Gonzalez with the National Grain and Feed Association, and I'm here with Commissioner Christopher Giancarlo with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. Commissioner, can you briefly describe your background, specifically with Futures Commission merchants and cooperatives?
Well, so I spent 16 years practicing law in New York and London, and then went into business to build a platform for trading over-the-counter swaps products globally. And so my background really is in the over-the-counter swaps market. As you know, Dodd-Frank assigned to the CFTC responsibility for a large portion of that market, and I think President Obama was looking for people with a background in that product set. So in all candor, I'm learning the futures side of the business. I'm certainly learning the ag side of the business.
Right.
And since I've been at the commission, I've traveled from Kentucky to Indiana, from Illinois to Iowa to Minnesota to Louisiana, meeting with folks on the ag side of the business, learning their concerns and their issues. So like the good lawyer that I am, I've gone out to meet my constituents to understand their issues and try to reflect those back into Washington.
Great. And what are some of those concerns?
Well, certainly the diminishment of the FCM community has been a big concern. Back in the 1970s, we had over 400 FCMs in the industry. As late as the 2008 financial crisis, we had close to 160 firms. But today, we're down to 55 FCMs, and of those, 5 firms are responsible for about 70% of the FCM business. So that's a great concern. The FCMs play a vital role in the ag futures market, and we have to take a look at what we can do in Washington to not make their burdens any harder than they already are.
Right, and you've been with the commission almost 2 years now.
That's correct.
What are some of the things that you've been able to do to address this?
Well, one of the very first things I did when I arrived is sat down with Chairman Tim Massad and talked about some of the things that really needed immediate attention. And one of those was our residual interest requirement that had been proposed. It was going to accelerate the time period by which residual margin would have to be posted in a way that would almost have hedgers pre-fund their margin accounts. Fortunately, after a fair amount of back and forth, we have dropped that now. We've gone back to the system that's been in place for decades and has worked well, and certainly had nothing to do with the financial crisis and didn't need to be changed in the wake of the financial crisis.
And what's next in this rulemaking process that our members should be aware of and maybe participate in by commenting?
So one of the rules we fixed was a record-keeping rule that would have caused hedgers and certainly intermediaries in the area, elevators and others, to keep records of transactions that were enormously burdensome. We fixed that, and I'm very pleased that that's known as Rule 1.35. I'm very pleased we fixed that. The concern I have is with a new proposal, what's called our Reg AT, which stands for Automated Trading. Some of the same burdens of record keeping may be revisited, and that proposal is still out for comment. I'm very much looking forward to seeing the comments that will come in from interested parties to know whether, in fact, my concerns are justified.
Okay. Well, Commissioner, thank you for joining us, and thank you for your work.
Thank you very much. My pleasure to be here.
Great. Thank you.